Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail. Today we find ourselves in the village of Maghera. We're outside the parish church, the Church of Ireland, in Maghera. And the town actually dates back at least to the 6th century, to the monastery that was founded by Lurach, I think is how you pronounce his name. It's L-U-R-A-C-H. And this was the site actually of the monastery. Now you can't get in, unfortunately. They have keep out signs up, but part of the wall is collapsed here, and it certainly does give you a good view, even though you can't get in. And you can get a good view of the monastery from here, as you can see. And that church there in the background is actually the Presbyterian church. But you can see the monastery here. Unfortunately, we can't get in there today. But the church was plundered by the Vikings in the 9th century in 832 AD, according to the Annals of Ulster. And standing on the site of the monastery, the present day ruins date back to the 10th century. And the town and the old church were actually burnt in the 12th century. Now, on the 7th of June 1798, the United Irishmen mustered upwards of about 500 to 5,000, it's said, men in Maghera. But the poorly armed host broke up the following morning on the news of the rebel defeat at Antrim, and also the approach of government troops. And a Presbyterian church elder, who was known as WATTY Graham, was executed by hanging on the 19th of June, according to tradition, from a tree in the Church of Ireland rectory in Maghera. And he was actually hung because of his part in the United Irishmen's rebellion. And the local GAA club in Maghera and their playing field are actually named in honour of WATTY Graham. And so also Graham's minister, clergyman John Clendy, was exiled to America, also because of his association with the United Irishmen. And again, you can see the church from this side as well. And I'll just zoom in and let you see that a wee bit better. Just a pity that we can't get in there. But unfortunately, they have signs up, and you just have to accept these things. But also in the 19th century, there was actually clashes in Maghera between the Ribbon men and also Orange men. And in 2003, the Ancient Order of Hibernians erected a headstone to mark the famine plot, where local victims were actually buried during the Great Famine of the 1840s. And it's in Glen Graveyard, which is part of the Roman Catholic church ground. And so we'll get up here and we'll get another wee look at the monastery. Now, that's the present day rectory there. And I'll give you another wee view of that. Hopefully, when we get up there at the top, you'll be able to see that better. But that's the modern day rectory. But that, I've been informed, was only built in the 19th century, so that's not the grounds where WATTY Graham was hung. Or at least it wasn't that where that building was anyway, because it's later. So we're just taking a wee walk up now the side to see the church, and I think this actually is the entrance of the church, the old church. And there's also a wee trail here you can do. We're actually here, as you can see, at St. Lurach's old church. And there's a trail then you can do. That's the wall garden. And then, I'm not even going to try and pronounce it, but it's a walkway anyway. And it'll take you eventually to the Tobermore Road. And so this is the entrance to the church. And as you can see, danger, keep out. Unfortunately. But I'll put the camera in and let you have a wee look round. As you can see, maybe try and zoom in a wee bit closer for you. These cameras are great. They can go places where you can't go. They're fantastic. You can see the old graves there. I don't know what the oldest one is, but I'm sure they're a brave age by the looks of them. And so there you are. That's the old monastery, and you can get a better wee look here of the present day rectory. But as I say, I was talking to the minister, and he thinks that that building wasn't there until the 19th century. So that obviously wouldn't have been the rectory where Watty Graham was executed. But it's quite a substantial building, as you can see. And just beyond the wall that's the wall garden, actually, just in front of the rectory. So I hope you've enjoyed our visit today to Maghera, and if you enjoy the channel, then please like and subscribe. God bless.